So hello friends, in this video we will learn about the BigQuery. Okay, so what is the BigQuery? So BigQuery is a query service that allow us to run SQL like commands, okay, against multiple terabyte of the data in a matter of second. So what is BigQuery? So BigQuery is a query service, okay, where we can write SQL type command. Okay, so how BigQuery is working in background? So we already understood that BigQuery is a complete warehouse, data warehouse is there. Okay. So how BigQuery is working in background, which technology it is using? So we will discuss that. So BigQuery in background, it is using the Dremel technology. Okay. Dremel technology, it is using in background. So how it is working? What is the Dremel technology? In which technology Dremel technology Google are using? So we will discuss more about this. Okay, so Dremel. So Dremel is a distributed system developed at the Google for interactive, like we can say that Dremel is a distributed system developed at Google. Okay, so in background, Google BigQuery, there is Dremel technology is working. Okay, so Dremel is a query engine. Dremel is a query engine used in Google BigQuery service. Okay, so Dremel is a very fast. Dremel can scan 30 billions rows without an index in terms of seconds. Means, firstly, we are talking about what is Google BigQuery. Google BigQuery is a, if we are talking about technology wise, it is a complete data warehouse. Okay, or if we are talking about in general term, it is a query service where you can write SQL kind statement. Like for example, in different database, you are writing different kind of select statement, select star from, or select particular column from table one. So here also you can write all the uh, query SQL kind of command. Okay, so how BigQuery working in background? So BigQuery working on based upon the Dremel technology in the background. So Dremel technology is working on a distributed system. Okay, so Dremel is a query engine used in the Google BigQuery service. Dremel is very fast. It can scan 35 billion row without an index in terms of second. Okay, so like Dreamer have another facility also, like whatever we have another thing like Dreamer has high scalability. Okay, Dreamer is very fast to processing anything. Okay, like whatever the result you want to fast. So Dremel is very fast. Okay, so how the data store in the Google BigQuery, like which technology? So technology perspective, we have understand like it is storing the data in according to the Dremel technology. That is again the distributed. That is work on the parallel processing. That is scalability, like very fast search query engine. Okay, so in background, so this is using the Dremel technology. So why BigQuery is so fast? So main advantage of BigQuery is why it is fast. It is based upon columnar structure. or columnar structure. Okay. So what is columnar structure or columnar storage or columnar format? So it is like columnar storage. So the data is stored by the column wise, and it's make it is possible to achieve very high compression ratio and scan throughput. Okay, so means here, like instead of like earlier, whatever the database are there, they are all are row based. So a Google BigQuery's data store in the columnar storage means according to the columnar data is storing. Okay, and uh, so for example, in your table, you have 100 columns of data stored according to the particular column. Okay, so that's way it's very fast. Okay, and in background, it is using the Dremel technology. Okay, so that's make it more like making it useful in the distributed system, parallel processing system, scalability. Okay, so that kind of structure. So how things are calculating or aggregating over result when we are executing any query. So Dremel technology based upon the tree architecture. You can say that Google BigQuery handling all the things on the in the tree architecture. A tree execution architecture is used to dispatch the query and aggregate the result across thousands of machines. So, for example, you have one table. Okay, data is distributed into different machine. Data is distributed in different machine. Now you are putting any query. So what happened? It is used to dispatch the query and aggregate result from the thousand of machines. So like tree structure, you understand there are different leaves are there or different nodes are there. Okay, data is going to one leaf, another leaf. Okay, and after that, when we are combining the data, then data combining in the within milliseconds. Okay, from the thousand of machine and aggregate the and showcase the data. Okay, so in this way, the things are working. Okay. So in the tree architecture, there are few another thing which we need to learn. Architecture. So there are one thing which we are using, that is the query dispatcher. Okay. What is this query dispatcher? So like generally what happened, usually like number of queries are executed or on the same time. Okay. So a query dispatcher schedule queries and balance the load. Okay. So if we are talking about, so we are running only the SQL type query. Okay. So SQL type command we are running in background. It is how it is working. It is using the Dremel technology. Okay. Dremel technology is how it is based upon. It is based upon the tree structure where data is go to the different nodes, different leaves. Okay. And finally it is collecting the data. So how tree structure that is working. So there is one query dispatcher is there. So what's the query dispatcher role is there? Query dispatcher, a query dispatcher schedules the query. Okay, and balance the load. Okay, so in that way it is working in the background. The amount of data processed in each query usually larger than the number of processing unit available of the execution. So like BigQuery, uh, ultimately how it is working, it is working on the Dremel technology in background. Dremel technology is based upon the tree structure. In tree structure, who is the main play role? That is the query dispatcher that schedule the query and balance the load between the different things. Okay, thank you guys.